Tomorrow in Louisville, the prosecution's key witness, the man at the center of the Karen Sypher extortion trial, could testify. We've heard plenty of graphic details already about Karen Sypher. So what can we expect to hear when Rick Pitino takes the stand? 11 at 11's Adriana Hopkins joins us live downtown from outside the federal courthouse with more on the case. Adriana?
Well, Doug, as Karen Sypher walked into court today, she closed her eyes and kissed the small cross pendant and raised it to the sky. Now, the attorney that we talked to today said that she's doing too much to try and appeal to the court of public opinion, and she shouldn't be when tomorrow Rick Pitino could take the stand.
Dress more conservative, be more conservative, and don't attempt to persuade the media or the viewing public about your innocence by making gestures or by attempting to be a victim.
That's what Attorney Hans Poppe would tell Karen Sypher if he were her attorney, but he's not. In the federal extortion trial against Sypher, he's simply offering his opinion on what could happen tomorrow if U of L coach Rick Pitino testifies.
Mr. Pitino will be a key witness for the prosecution to lay down a timeline, and they may actually physically chart it out in the courtroom during his testimony of, on this date this happened, on this date this phone call was made, on this date this message was delivered, on this date this phone call occurred, so on and so forth.
And jurors have heard plenty about Sypher's sexual encounters with witnesses in this trial, but Poppe says any speculation or rumors about Pitino's past likely won't come to light.
If the allegations were he's had multiple affairs with multiple women, that has absolutely zero relevance as to whether they had a consensual sexual relationship that night and whether or not she had attempted to extort money from him. So it's simply, in my opinion, based on the rules, based on what I've seen happen before, that's not the type of evidence that Judge Simpson is going to allow to come in.
And he says the defense will walk a thin line between confronting Pitino about Sypher's rape claims and planting a seed of doubt about what actually happened the night the two met 7 years ago at Porcini Restaurant.
There's not going to be a Perry Mason moment where Mr. Earhart is cross-examining Mr. Pitino and Mr. Pitino confesses and says, "Oh, you got me. That's exactly what happened. She's been telling the truth." That's not going to happen. So the safer play is going to be to plant the seeds about what happened that night rather than a direct frontal attack.
Now, Earhart knows his way around a courtroom. He is Sypher's court-appointed defense attorney, but he's been a federal prosecutor for years. Here's a look at what else happened in court today. Prosecutors played Sypher's interview with a TV station where she says Pitino raped and threatened her. We also heard testimony from people at Porcini about what happened that night. And Lester Getzinger testified that he had a sexual relationship with Sypher and called Pitino 3 times. For now, reporting live from downtown, Adriana Hopkins, 11 at 11.